Hello everyone, I don't usually do videos like this, but I wanted to share what I'm calling my completely modular and reusable desk. So I got this idea from a lot of people's videos on YouTube regarding their tables that they've done with the black gas pipe and that sort of thing. And I'll just take care of that air conditioner so you can hear. And I was thinking a lot about desks. Some desks get up to $300-$400 for an expensive desk. You can get the big L shape and special wood. And at the end of the day, it's just kind of assemble yourself type furniture that, you know, may or may not last. So you're paying at least $100 for something that it's impossible to work with. You can't make it any bigger, any smaller. You can't do really anything with it. It's got the cheap laminated top and laminated sides, and you all know what I'm talking about. You know, the $100 or $150 Walmart type of desk. So you can do something like this that's going to give you a lot more options. So the main thing for me was height. If your desk is the wrong height and you work at your desk all day, it can drive you crazy. If you're constantly on the mouse, constantly on the keyboard, it'll drive you nuts. So here's what I did. Well, first off, I found a lot of encouragement from the people using the gas pipe tables and stuff like that on YouTube. And I checked Lowe's and I realized, well, this is a lot cheaper. And this is basically steel galvanized pipe. And these fittings, I do believe, are only available at Lowe's. They've got a huge selection. These are just Allen key type fittings. And they're not as tight, I would say, as the gas fittings. But with a good design of basically connecting things in all the right places, you can get extremely solid on this. I've basically stood on each one of these bottom pieces and basically put my full weight on these top pieces, and it's extremely solid. Of course, by the design here, this is going to be solid, right, because it's simply resting straight down. And then in the back is where it gets, you know, where I personally had a little bit of a question, because that pipe slides through. That's also extremely solid once you get those hex bolts tightened down. And back here, need a little bit more cable management, but basically I've got some simple Velcro there to hold my wires together. I don't see them from the top. It's not like I'm under the desk all the time, so not a huge deal. And originally I thought I'd need these brackets to hold up my surface, but it turned out I didn't. So I may actually take those off. The top's simply floating right there. Kind of locks into that little edge there with the back piece. And it's resting up front here. And even though it doesn't look like much, once you put your gear on it and with the weight of the wood, it stays there very well. It hasn't moved on me without me intentionally moving it at all. Over here, same type of thing. And it's actually resting a little bit on that fitting there. And these fittings are also from Lowe's, and those are number 10 screws. They're very thick because the holes in these are very large. That's just a regular old 1/2 inch, I do believe, basic cheap board that I had lying around. So I secured that so that I could get my switch secured right there. And then, of course, my power strip. Need to figure out my cable type method over there. Need to get that a little organized. Haven't gotten quite there yet. But what's really cool about this is you can make it as tall or as wide as you want. So you can get these in full length or pre-cut sizes. In this case, I got full length for the up and down legs. Cut them down to, I think, 28 inches. You have to leave a little room at the top for the fittings. You can always cut it smaller, of course. On the bottom of the feet, I've just got simple inserts. Also available from Lowe's. You just hammer them in. And if you ever want to make this wider, you can simply put a coupler right there in the middle, or even on closer to the end, depending on how you like your pipe to be set up. And you can go nice and wide. And then here, with the extra part coming up from the leg, I just did a simple coupler, popped in another 6 inches with a flange, a clamp for style, and I've got myself a really secure shelf. If I pound on it, the whole desk will move, but the shelf is perfectly secure. So nothing to worry about there. And what else makes it modular is you could actually put a coupler on each side and then go left to right, do a shelf, or you could do all different types of T's and elbows. You could actually do a tiered shelf system up. You could even turn the shelf around and go to the right. You could split them, stagger them, all different kinds of layouts. And for the top, we've got just a $17 unfinished oak veneer piece of plywood, and that's 2x4, so it overhangs a little bit, which is perfectly fine. Looks good to me. If you wanted, you could do your pipe, of course, 4 feet wide if you wanted to. You can get a real nice polish on this. There are other videos about this galvanized pipe and articles online about certain cleaners you can use. You don't want to get abrasive with it, is the one thing I do know, because this is galvanized. You'll basically wear down the zinc coating. I still need to pop off the stickers. Frankly, I'm not real worried about it. And that's about it. You can finish this top if you want to. I haven't finished it yet. I'm not sure I'm going to. For a $17 top, if something happens to it, I'll throw it in the wood pile and spend another $17. So that's about it. I just wanted to give everyone an idea that you don't have to spend $300 on a big professional L-shaped desk, or even $300 on a regular desk. You can do something like this and make it any style you want. Right now I've just got this cheap storage unit here. Say hello to Rocky. And I'm going to use the same style with this galvanized pipe to actually build myself a shelf and basket system. And of course, since I have all this flexibility, I can make it as high as the surface of the desk, or I can go even higher. So it's all about flexibility. And this is the perfect height and size for me. And you can make one the perfect height and size for you. So just want to give everyone an idea that you can do this. It's super easy. If you don't get the pre-cut sizes of the pipe, you can get a basic Sawzall from somewhere like Harbor Freight and cut them down. That will save you some money. If you buy pre-sized pieces, the cost per piece goes a little bit higher. I think all of these pieces were pre-cut except for the vertical legs, and my total cost with the top was maybe $210, $220. So it's a little bit more than if you bought, a cheap desk from Walmart. But you know what? It's going to last. Probably 2 people could stand on top of this and wouldn't have any problems with it. It's a sturdy system. So that's it. Get to work. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.